UCF. As again, the early tip time, 11 o'clock, is a Sunshine State showdown here on this Tuesday morning. And we are underway from Orlando as the ladies from Miami who are rocking those Vice jerseys. And the quick reversal for Farrar out of the gates is the freshman able to attack.
Wesley Farrar showing early. Wow, even though she's a freshman, she plays like a player beyond her years.
66-64 loss for UCF last time out against Charlotte and the 49ers. Harmon, one dribble, pull-up jumper, splash it goes for the sophomore, Leah Harmon.
And that's the matchup to watch today, right, Scott? We just highlighted in the open, Farrar versus Harmon. The two backcourt dynamos are going to go at it today.
FIU last time out, victorious against Bethune-Cookman on the attack. Here's Lightbourne, can't finish it off. Rebound comes down to Chandler Roberts. Now UCF on the push, crossing up. Here's Bracy, gets her woman in the air, and then the step through. Gonna get fouled on the arm, and we'll go to the foul line here for our first free throws of the morning, rather. I have to get used to saying that, right?
A little earlier than we're used to, right? You know, both these teams are a little more accustomed to practicing at this time. All right, we got to make sure that we provide what we provide, all right, Scott? Because both these teams are going to play some of their best basketball, even though it's early.
And so now Jacoria Bracy here for the Knights. As the grad transfer, formerly of Southern Mississippi, along with Ole Miss. Last time out, 7 points, 4 rebounds in 19 and a half minutes of work. It's your number 4 for that woman, that being Satia Messer here for UCF. As your number 3 right now in the Big 12 for these Knights. And Bracy gets on the board. And the Knights here with the early 2-point advantage. As the victory for BCU last time out, 81-68. I mentioned that against BCU. That is UCF's lone victory on the season. As the teardrop unable to convert. It's at the hands of Lightbourne and then trying to feed up here on the sideline. Getting it last touched by a Knight out of bounds. And so possession will play on now here for the Panthers.
And that's one of those turnovers, right, Scott, that over this 8 or 9 day stretch, you know, Satia Messer has been talking to her team about turnovers are going to happen in the game, right? But you don't want unforced turnovers. You don't want those just kind of mental lapses, mental errors where you're just giving the other team possessions, right? Because they catch up with you late in the game.
Rima Collins, she's going to throw out. And Jaye throws it down inside, trying to feed it up. That was Farrar, unable to convert. And now UCF here on the push. As UCF, their first 5 games to begin the season right here in the friendly confines of Edition Financial Arena. As next week, the Knights will be out on the road. Little Thanksgiving hoops out in Puerto Rico. Shot clock now at 8. High post. That was Ngodu. Quick feed now. 3 on the shot clock. Ison's going to have it ripped out of her hands. Into the hands now of Harmon. Her shot misfiring.
Excellent defensive possession right there for FIU. They were active, they were engaged the entire possession. They finished it out with a rebound.
And Jaye looking for some help, gets into the high post. Rima Collins going to work. Collins is going to have her shot contested. That was Ngodu. And again, now in transition. Bracy is going to lose it out of bounds. Solid defense. Udate and Jaye.
Seen some very active defense to start this one, Scott. Tyala Ngodu, again, great job of walling up right there, hands vertical to the sky. That's exactly how you're taught to wall up defensively.
FIU, members of Conference USA, a season ago, 11-19 overall. They were 7-11 in the league. It was good for 6th place. That's exactly where they're predicted to finish in the preseason poll. The runner by Collins, again contested. Shot clock does not rewind. Top the bubble. Here's Lightbourne. Hesitation move. Loses it out of bounds. Knight basketball. As Danica Lightbourne trying to angle her way in. Is your number 6 here for Jessica Burks-Wiley. As the second longest tenured coach in school history down in Miami.
got their first win of the season against Bethune-Cookman after losing to South Florida, a place she spent a period of time as an assistant coach. You know, this FIU team has not been at full strength so far this season over their first 2 games. This looks like the first game where they will have their full roster. So Coach Burks-Wiley's very excited to see what her teams look like. What her team looks like at full strength.
Ison misfiring on the triple. It's now up into the half court. Here's Claudia Marina, a sophomore from Madrid, Spain. Pass a little bit too hard to handle. That was Rima Collins. You like the idea, but could not connect.
Yeah, and as Lightbourne attacked the rim right there, I think she had an opportunity to finish that play herself.
As head coach Satia Messer watches as her point guard, Leah Harmon, who she has said, BJ, to us here through these first 2 games and into the preseason, just how much she reminds her of herself in terms of being that true point guard.
Yeah, I mean, the best thing about Leah Harmon and what, Satia Messer is saying is that she thinks the game. She's a smart player. As you're going to see Mahogany Chandler-Roberts with the turnover right there. Satia Messer is really going to lean on Leah Harmon to be that coach on the floor this season. Take the reins of this group and lead them.
Foul going to be levied here against Summer Yancey, who's just recently checked into the ball game as a sophomore for the Knights from Kansas City, Missouri.
A great drive down here. Summer Yancey, known as a pretty good on-ball defender, but Paris Atkins, a second-team All-Conference USA member last season, is a more than capable scorer.
13 points in the win against BCU on the drive. That was the aforementioned Paris Atkins. Knights are going to get called here for the infraction.
And that's what Atkins does, Scott. She's a downhill driver. She's going to attack the rim. Very efficient player. Shoots up near 50% from the field. Not a high-volume three-point shooter, so if you're the Knights, the biggest thing is clogging those driving lanes, making her see a bunch of bodies, because if not, Paris Atkins does a nice job of slashing her way to the paint to finish or get to the free throw line.
BJ mentioned she was second-team All-CUSA a year ago, comes in preseason All-Conference USA as year number 2 down in the 305. As Coach Messer back to her bench, Summer Yancey gonna check out as a pair of fouls on her. So part of that second wave offensively, and as BJ mentioned, one of the better on-ball defenders for the Knights going to come out of this ball game. Back in is Leah Harmon. She's got the rock, and reach-in foul going to be called against Farrar.
And that's a part of the learning for Grecia Farrar, right? In high school, she could go out there, pressure that basketball away from the rim, and that petty foul may not have meant as much, but see, now she has to check out of the game and go to the bench. When you're playing a heady point guard like a Leah Harmon, you want to be very smart with how you pressure the ball against a player like that, because if not, you'll pick up cheap fouls.
Farrar's played heavy minutes here in her freshman season. Through these first 2 games, averaging 34 minutes per contest. Now going to take a seat over there on head coach Jessica Burks-Wiley's bench. Nagodu, double team comes. Throwing out, losing it. That was Ison. Ball on the deck. Paris Atkins jump ball, and it's going to stay here with the ladies who are armored in white on the afternoon. And now into the game for the first time here on the morning. Savannah Scott for the Knights. Kayala Nagodu, who would play in foul trouble last time out in the loss against Charlotte. She will take a seat.
And if you recall in that game, Scott, it was a matter of, well, can Savannah Scott hold up her end of the bargain? And she did that at a very high level in the absence of Kayala Nagodu during that game. She came in and provided really good second half minutes.
Beat the clock. That's the name of the game, and that's exactly what Leah Harmon just did. As that shot clock winding down, you had 3.5 seconds on the shot clock, and UCF's leading scorer able to pulverize.
Yeah, obviously great shot by Harmon, but good awareness from her teammate Crystal Ison to find her late in the clock.
Looking to drive, Atkins, tight ropes a pass, Baji Coley can't hang on. And now we're gonna have a loose ball going into the backcourt. And it's gonna be a turnover here for FIU. It's early stages, halfway through this first quarter. Leah Harmon able to get the bucket, the three-point stroke, and the Knights have that three-point advantage. To preach that defense, especially when that offense doesn't always come. You can always rely there on how well you're able to have that efforting on the opposite side of the court.
Yeah, year in and year out, Satia Messer wants her team to be a defensive group, especially in the Big 12, right? There's some really high-powered, high-scoring offenses, and if you try to get into shootouts with some of these teams in this league, it can be a real challenge, right? You want to play strong defense. You see another great pass right there from Leah Harmon. I mean, she's always a step ahead. But if you can combine strong defense with opportunistic offense, taking care of the basketball, and then you have a player like Leah Harmon down the stretch that can score and make those plays, that gives you a recipe for winning.
Leah Harmon coming in, the leader for the Knights, distributing dimes, and you get another one here. It's 3.5 on the season, and quick one to Gibson, who's just checked in.
Yeah, I mean, she's just able to feel the game, Scott, right? She felt Claudia Marina rotating over there. She knew she could drop down to Jasmine Gibson for the easy lay.
Now a 2-possession lead here for UCF. Now the freshman Samari Bankhead gives it back to Harmon. Backdoor pass. Ison, the kick out. Gibson, moonball shot. Can't get it to fall. Rebound comes down to Marina. And now pushing. That is Lightbourne. Here for FIU, triple on its way straight away from Marina, no. And Gibson, who has been active since she has stepped out on the floor for the Knights off the bench with the rebound.
Jasmine Gibson, a transfer in from North Florida, an Orlando local. Well, I was gonna say Scott Boyd, that would have been a heat check. That would have been Leah Harmon's own one today if she knocked that down. But you see Gibson there, coming from Colonial High School. I played Pop Warner football for Colonial High School's team.
Matter of fact.
That is 100% fact. 2nd grade to 8th grade.
What was heavier, the running back with the football or some of the water bottles that you were carrying on a regular basis for some of your teammates?
Our teams weren't very good, to be honest with you, so it was a lot of water.
Oh, I kid.
We looked forward to the halftime snacks. That was our thing, the oranges and grapes.
Orange slices, yeah. Here's Bankhead, step through, left-handed finish, and emphatic. Count the bucket as the whistle goes against Baji Coley.
Terrific move right here from Bankhead. The ball fake step through, and then the ability to finish with the left hand through the contact. Terrific energy, poise, and fight we've seen early from this UCF team, right? Coming off of this 8-day hiatus that they had. This is exactly the kind of start that, to me, Satia Messer would be looking for.
And I think, BJ, here through the first 2 games, now this game 3 for Bankhead, the one thing we have seen from her is just how skilled of a basketball player she is.
Yes. Well, I mean, at the end of the game against Charlotte, she made a huge 3 over in the right corner to knock that game up, tie it up. So Bankhead has the skill.
3-point shot is errant. The return, however, is there for Rima Collins. As Valero couldn't hit it from the outside, but FIU were able to get the offensive board and the second chance opportunity. There's under 3 to play here, opening quarter on the annual school day game. Now Bankhead looking to go to work. Darts a pass inside, and Scott is going to get fouled. As again, Bankhead waiting, things opened up, and a quick look, and now Savannah Scott to the free throw line.
UCF is doing a nice job of being patient against the FIU matchup zone. When you're in a matchup zone, you have to do a lot of pointing, communicating, figuring out who your matchup is, who you're covering. And right now, FIU is having trouble late in the shot clock of identifying who they have. That's how you end up with a Savannah Scott wide open underneath the basket.
Judith Valero with the foul here for FIU. As now the Auburn transfer, Savannah Scott. She'll get 1 of 2. And she's provided a solid presence offensively for UCF off the bench through her first 2 games. In fact, she has yet to miss on a field goal. Looking to drive, that's Valero. The Knights cutting things off. Skip pass. Now back to Valero. Trying that left side, loses it. And there with the retrieval is Rima Collins. And the nifty finish is falling to the wayside, able to get it up and in, and gets the foul as well.
Yeah, a bit of a broken play right here. The fumbling of the basketball, but you know what they say, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. Rima Collins in the right place at the right time.
Jasmine Gibson with the foul. And Rima Collins coming back from injury, would play in just her first game against BCU. Missed the USF game with a upper body injury, head injury. And she's going to be looked to be called upon here throughout the course of 25-26 for FIU as the talented Ole Miss transfer able to complete the 3-point play. And back to a 2-possession lead, and Collins nearly with the interception. As the junior from Nassau, Bahamas. He's one of 12 international players here for this FIU squad. Harmon dancing and poking the pass. Here's Paris Atkins. Easy money on the other end. Defense to offense.
Really nice anticipation right there from Atkins. Leah Harmon knows you can't bounce past a basketball from the wing to the top of the key. It's just too slow of a pass.
And now Harmon, she's going to eye over there to Satia Messer in that Knight bench. Driving, Harmon, contact, and offensive foul. Wave it off.
Terrific job of stepping over right here, sacrificing the body. Adame Baji Coley, that's one that Leah Harmon's got to drive and kick and get up off it. I think she was a little frustrated from her turnover the previous play. Don't want to start to compound those mistakes.
And a little bit out of control, getting tripped up is Baji Coley. And so coughing it up here is FIU. Leah Harmon to the Knight bench. Here for FIU, Fantasia James is going to check in. Here for Coach Burks Wiley. 90 seconds remaining, opening quarter here from Orlando. Bankhead, the freshman, trying to throw it top to Cox, and right back in the hands here of FIU, and there was Farrar. So some miscommunication here by the Knights in the half court. Turnover.
Yeah, FIU has picked up their intensity some defensively. They're doing a better job of denying some of these passes around the perimeter in their matchup zone, causing UCF to turn the basketball over. But for UCF, early on in the shot clock against the zone, you want to get the ball moving safely, right? There's no need to feel like you're in a rush. We need to be hurried. But that's exactly what FIU wants to do, and right now they're succeeding.
So now the freshman, Gracia Farrar, one of our spotlight players to begin this basketball game, misfiring on the first of 2. The Maladona Spain product has averaged 6 assists through her first 2 games as a collegiate.
That's not easy to do as a freshman, Scott. I mean, to come in having played already 34 minutes per game this season, you're leading your college basketball team in assists, coming over to Miami from another country. I mean, she's done really, really well to start this season as a freshman.
Cox wanted it over on that left wing, then missing badly. That one hit nothing, and now FIU can either take the lead or tie the basketball game on the possession.
I'd be remiss if I didn't acknowledge that I do think our late arriving crowd has had an impact on the energy of this game. All right, both teams started to pick it up a little bit once our crowd started to get into.
Offensive rebound putback, Rima Collins, and we got tie basketball game. As that late arriving crowd giving a little bit more of an atmosphere here inside of Edition Financial Arena. Gibson spinning in the blender, kicks it out, Bankhead triple. Rebound Njaye. And she'll bring it up now here. The ladies in those Vice jerseys with that South Florida vibe. Shot clock is off. Farrar. As now Farrar through the wickets. Here on the drive, Marina. She'll cough it up. Now Bankhead with the heave from midcourt and count the bucket. As Samari Bankhead from midcourt closes out the first quarter with a triple. As just the way we draw it up, gets the outlet and sinks the shot from midcourt. As we go, second quarter, Knights with the advantage. I mentioned just one of the good guys, and so our thoughts and prayers go out to the Sullivan family after the loss of Chuck Sullivan. The second quarter action now here underway as Rima Collins on the misfire. There's some theatrics there, some dramatics as we went to the second. As the run, Chandler Roberts couldn't finish. Leah Harmon throwing it up ahead, and now quickly the opposite direction. There's a triple. Paris Atkins, no. Rebound offensive, yes. That was Fantasia James, and then a whistle against the Knights. Kyle Nagodu. I mentioned some of the dramatics there as the half-court heave, B.J. Taylor, right before the clock struck 0 off the hands of freshman Samari Bankhead. Got this place in an uproar.
I mean, you couldn't have done it on a better day than Kids Day. They'll be talking about that at school all week.
Rightfully so. So you know what I just saw today, Mom? Fantasia James, the Orange Park, Florida product, not too far here from Orlando. Able to convert here for FIU. And then a picked off pass on the attack. Paris Atkins to the rim. We've seen it now a couple times from Atkins.
You're seeing the burst, you're seeing the speed, you're seeing the anticipation to read and cut these passing lanes and get steals.
And for more on Paris Atkins, here's our Ainsley's top chick.
Thanks, Scott. Well, with a roster full of young players still finding their footing, veteran Paris Atkins has really embraced the challenge of being both a player and a mentor on the court. She has a strong grasp of how Coach Burks likes to run the program, and you mentioned earlier in the broadcast their close bond plays a big role in that. She said, I even call her mom. We're that close. How valuable is it to have a player like that can embody a coach on the floor, guys?
It's extremely important to have somebody in the locker room who can speak to the coach's intentions, what they want, as Leah Harmon continues her hot shooting from the outside. But when you have that relationship like Coach Burks-Wiley has with Paris Atkins, the value is immense because it's really hard as a coach to get through to your players if you don't have another player on your team that you can lean on to enhance and kind of relay your message.
Rebound by Bankhead after the misfire here by FIU as Atkins, one of the 5 returners here for Coach Burks-Wiley, as 11 newcomers down in the 305. Open look, Harmon. Does she have another one? Rims out. Rebound comes down to Rima Collins as Harmon has connected on 2 triples already for the Knights. Through the elevator door, splitting them. That is Paris Atkins. And now UCF quickly off the make. Here is Bankhead and an extra step on the freshman. And the turnover here for UCF.
And the pressure from the Panthers is starting to speed up. UCF here again, this full court press, they're trapping. Travel called down Samari Bankhead. It didn't look like a travel to me. Nevertheless, she didn't convert the play, so moot point. But I think if you're UCF, you're trying to apply a little pressure on your own, right? See this little three-quarter court thing they're doing here? But they have to do a better job of handling the pressure.
Collins going to get contested. There was some contact, no whistle. It's going to be last touch by the junior. As Kyle Ngodu was there to meet her. Wave of new Panthers out on the floor. Atkins, who's got a game-high 8 points, checks out of the game here for FIU. Now UCF on the offensive. As Bracey, who started the game, back in, drives inside, bounce pass, able to slither it in, but unable to find it was Chandler Roberts.
Yeah, and the play was to the corner, Scott, right? Jacoria Bracey got the Panthers defense to collapse. She had options. Once you get that collapse, she had a wide open Samari Bankhead there in the corner for a wide open triple. And we know Bankhead, a more than capable deep shooter, so.
Saw it through the first 2 games, Bankhead, and now the half-court heave right there before expiration of the first quarter. Start, stop, Lightborn, her pass into the corner. Unable to find it is Njaye. And a turnover here for the Panthers. That's number 8 on the game. As a team that's been averaging 22 of them through their first 2. And we get some of that pressure now here by FIU, just as UCF is able to apply it.
Yeah. You see, like, you're fumbling the ball a little bit. Everybody's a little discombobulated.
Here's Bankhead, one dribble, the pull-up, and the freshman is able to hit.
And that's what we're talking about, Scott. When you have a shooter the caliber of Bankhead, somebody who's proving to you that she can make shots, when she's open, you don't want to miss that person.
Down in the pivot, spinning is James. Unable to get the kind rim. Gibson with the rebound, and now UCF pushing it up floor. It's Bankhead. Gives it to the trailer, that's Ngodu, and that's gonna be a foul now on Kyle Ngodu. Big word score.
You are in mid-season form.
We're only in game 3, I appreciate that, my man. Okay. All right, back in ball we go after the timeout. Jumper hoisted, that was Atkins. Can't get it to fall, Bankhead rebound, and UCF now on the run. As Leah Harmon, she's got a team best 8 points for the Knights. Gives Bankhead, she'll step into a 3 and hit Samari Bankhead.
When Bankhead is open, you gotta find her. She is showing and proving to be the Knights' best outside shooter.
11 first half points on the drive. That was Atkins, contested by Scott. Last touch by a Knight.
You know, Scott, one of the signs of a good shooter is when the ball isn't touching the rim. And some of these shots from Bankhead, yeah, she shoots it with a lot of arc, but I mean, these balls are going, these shots are going straight through the rim.
As Samari Bankhead, who would miss her senior season out in California as a prep. Meantime, on the drive, that was Atkins. Loose ball on the deck, comes out to UCF Gibson. As Bankhead, she would miss all of her senior season, would be a 13-point scorer as a junior and big-time recruit for the Knights. Short corner jumper by Bracey, can't convert. And now Bankhead looking like she's now 100% here in her freshman campaign for UCF. Farrar cut off. Here's a triple, Atkins. Box out there by Scott. And the frame by Savannah Scott says, I'm clearing things out. Harmon driving. There, however, is Marina with the block shot. And it'll be last touched there by the sophomore, the Spaniard. Here under 5 minutes to go, opening half of basketball. First meeting between these two schools since 2016. It'll be down in Miami. And away from the ball, we're gonna get a foul against UCF. Trying to free up Bankhead. Savannah Scott using that frame to try to clear out space to get Bankhead open. An offensive foul for UCF.
And FIU has to find a way to get this basketball to the middle, penetrate this Knights zone.
Jumper open, jumper made. That was Fantasia James, and the drought finally ends for FIU. It was 3+ minutes.
Whenever you can get the basketball to the Miller zone, that gives you options to either score from where you received it or collapse the defense and kick out for shots.
Open shot, this one from Bankhead.
Looks good though, it was online.
Certainly did, and now James on the run. Inside, outside move, now gonna kick it out, FIU. Look to get things started now here in the half court. Spinning inside, James, and there's Savannah Scott. Too much contact. And that's gonna send the redshirt sophomore back to the free throw line for the second time today.
Fantasia James receives this basketball right here, throws the ball fake. Savannah Scott just gets caught with her hand in the cookie jar. You'd like to see Scott use her length and her size to just create a little bit more space and say, hey, Fantasia, you got to score up over top of me. I'm 6'4", you're 5'9". Let's see if you can figure out a way to get one off over the top of me because I'm not bailing you out here.
Year number 3 here for Fantasia James down in Miami, and unable to convert on the foul shot and missed free throws. That would be huge for FIU. Yes, they won the game against Bethune-Cookman, but
yes,
were just 27 of 42 on the day in the victory. And what was an extremely long basketball game.
And free throw shooting is going to be very, very important for this FIU team as they move through the season. They don't shoot a lot of threes, right? There are only 5 3-point attempts on the day, so they're going to spend a lot of time in the paint and working their way to the free throw line. They're going to have to convert.
Open shot for Bankhead. Can't get it to drop, and another foul against UCF. This one from Gibson. As right idea there, you found the open woman, the penetration, the kick out. Bankhead had an open look. At the 15th foul now here for UCF. So we got a lot of time left on that clock before intermission. Foul shots here the length of the way now here for FIU. Paris Atkins, 8 points here thus far on the game in 10 minutes of work. And now 3 of 3 here on the day. She would begin her career at Central Arkansas, then pivot to Dodge City Community College before coming down to Miami with head coach Burks Wiley. And now just a 1-point contest and a whistle against Paris Atkins in the backcourt.
You see, this is a really far pass. In all honesty, if Ison feels comfortable enough handling the basketball, she can just dribble that ball across half court herself. She doesn't have to pass it. FIU's matched up on pretty much every part of the floor. They're not coming to trap. She can just kind of pace it up the floor herself. But they kind of try to trick you with that, Scott. The way the defense is set up, they want you to feel like it's a press. We got to pass.
Atkins now out of the game. Skip pass. Ison trying to save it. Goes out of bounds, and that's those unforced errors here for UCF that this coaching staff was hoping things would get cleaned up here in game 3.
The passes are too difficult that UCF is trying to make. I mean, a cross-court skip pass is a really difficult pass to execute. FIU has done a nice job of making UCF feel as though that is the best option.
Lightborn on the baseline, crafty move, can't get it to drop. Long rebound comes now out to Gibson. It's momentarily with numbers. Now here's Ison. Throws out Bankhead, open look. Ball on the deck, and it's going to spit out here to Marina. Driving inside, Lightborn unable to convert, however, is Farrar. Lightborn gets it back, knocked out of her hands, and it's going to stay here with FIU.
Just a little too quick right there on the release. That would have given FIU a chance to take the lead here late in the second quarter.
You know, BJ, the span here in this second quarter, as poorly as FIU have been shooting the basketball, they've been able to stay in the game, and there's your lead. The score up and in by Rima Collins. And we get a quick whistle there at the conclusion as Collins able to get the score. Satia Messer will have Chandler Roberts come in. Gibson comes out. So a 7-0 run now here for the Panthers. High post, unable to hang on to it. It's Chandler Roberts trying to make her pay FIU. Collins going to get tied up, and it's going to be an offensive foul.
Nice job of Ison right there, stepping in, taking the charge to the chest. But 13 turnovers of the day have been the story for UCF here. They've let FIU back in this one.
And a timeout now here, 30-second variety for head coach Satia Messer. As FIU out on the road. They're a long-standing series, dates all the way back to 1985. In this first half, Leah Harmon, she has been effective for these Knights.
Absolutely. You know, we knew she was good off the bounce, but I've been impressed with her, or a little bit surprised by, is how well she shot the ball from the outside early on in this season. We know she can do that. We know she's good at setting up her teammates and creating offense for others, but she's been exceptional shooting the basketball from three-point land. The thing that UCF is discussing is, how are we going to handle this press? Okay, 13 turnovers here in the first half. That's far too high of a number for Satia Messer's group. It's a bit of a token pressure from FIU. They are throwing a little half-court trap on late, but it's not something that UCF should be turning the ball over at this rate against, right? The players are moving too fast.
Now out of the Satia Messer timeout, 94 feet of hardwood here in the final 2.5 minutes. Here of this second quarter as the annual school day game is those permission slips and a field trip for some hoops here on this Tuesday morning. High pass, Nagodu drops it in. MCR can't hang on, and another miscue for the Knights.
That time trying to go high-low right there. That was not a bad idea. Chandler Roberts had position. If Ngodu was able to put a little more air on that ball, I think she'd have been able to dump it down to Mahogany Chandler Roberts.
Those turnovers for UCF here in that first half, that's what would bite them in the loss against the 49ers, as the Knights would cough it up 23 times. That would lead to 21
previous out-of-bounds play
49 points.
Review.
Yes.
So who did it last touch? Maybe not MCR, and Mahogany Chandler Roberts.
Let's take a look right here. She goes with that high-low pass. Definitely hits off the finger of Mahogany Chandler Roberts there as the ball shuffles out of bounds. But if you see, as you see, she has position. It's the deflection here that throws off the pass and the retrieval for Chandler Roberts. If Ngodu's able to get this ball up just a little touch more, right? You receive
been an easy score.
Yeah, you get a touch and get a catch and a lay.
Instead, Rima Collins able to get a fingertip there on it, and then the ricochet. That's the right call there. So we saw it from the reverse angle as Mahogany Chandler Roberts are unable to corral it. As our officiating crew here today, Nikisha Thompson, Tiffany Bridges, and Kenya Kirkland.
And I mean, that turnover right there was the right decision from Kayala Ngodu, right? Sometimes on these turnovers, they're poor decisions. We've seen, you know, a number of not great decisions here from UCF in the first half, but that one right there is a good decision. You just have to execute the play properly, right? She made the right play, she just didn't execute it. The best way I can describe it is if you're a football guy, right? when a quarterback throws an interception, sometimes it's a poor decision.
It's not always on him, right?
Well, sometimes it's a poor decision, but sometimes it's just a bad pass. You overthrow a guy, you misplace the ball, now it's an interception. You go, well, hey, he was open, you just made a poor pass, right? You got to have proper decisions with proper execution to make good plays.
Yeah, and even conversely, sometimes with the quarterback, you see the final numbers in a box score. They're not always as maybe accurate as it could be, because there are those times when a receiver runs the wrong route.
100%.
And you as the viewer don't necessarily know that.
Yep. Well, we saw Kyala Ngodu pick up her second foul on a charge earlier in the game. That's going to be her turnover, but really, you know, Bankhead dropped that ball off to her with nowhere to go. Now she picks up a charge, right? This game is so much about teamwork and doing things together so that everybody can be successful on the floor. And that's the biggest thing with UCF right now is they got to get on the same page to limit these turnovers.
The extended glance over there at the scorer's desk, gives me an opportunity maybe to jog BJ's memory, potential favorite field trip as a youngster. I remember mine.
Okay.
Oh, you want it first?
No, I can run down about 3 for you.
Oh, can you really?
Yeah.
Oh, let's hear this.
Top 3, we'll start with 3.
Yes.
We're gonna go with medieval times.
Oh.
It's a classic, right? You get food, you get some swords, you get some horses. It's great for kids.
Get to eat with your hands?
Yep. Number 2, I'm gonna have to go with what's the thing called out there? Alligator Land, Gatorland.
Gatorland, yes,
Gatorland,
okay.
exceptional. I'm surprised they let us attend Gatorland because, you know, there were gators right below and there was not actually a lot of boundaries between us and the gators. A little bit dangerous.
Yeah, questionable.
Yeah,
questionable.
yes, still fun. Number 1, St. Augustine.
Oh, just go see the fort.
Go to see the fort.
Touche, way to go. I didn't realize I was going to open up this Pandora's box. Oh, man, I got a little nostalgia for me.
Medieval times, Gatorland, St. Augustine.
My number 1 wasn't too far off. We had a place called Lion Country Safari down in West Palm Beach.
Okay.
That was always a great opportunity to see live animals. It's all right, so we've reversed it. BJ and I both incorrect as it stays here with the Knights. That shot clock at 4. As I'm recognizing it is Harmon. And she's able to get it off, or did she? Able to see that had just seconds, lured the defender in, and then was able to get a little bit of separation. And Leah Harmon now in double figures for the 3rd consecutive game for UCF.
Exceptional awareness to even get that shot off.
UCF back out in front. There's 95 seconds remaining in this opening half. Bounce pass comes into Collins, and MCR there to greet her. And the contact going to be the whistle against the Knights.
Great crossover right here just to get the shot up and then get the head up. And you're going to see that ball is out of her hands clearly before the red light goes off. Tremendous awareness right there from Harmon.
Kyala Ngodu will check out of the game for Satia Messer. He's played in foul trouble now the past 2 games. So here's Rima Collins. And solid off the bench a game ago against Bethune-Cookman. This is somebody that his coaching staff had high hopes here for. And it's her first season with FIU. And able to capitalize on both. Back out in front is FIU. That pressure by the Panthers. Now in the half court, the Knight offense trying to gear up. Bankhead into the corner. Corey shot Bracey. Jacoria Bracey with the triple. And UCF here in this first half has been able to hit it from distance.
Really nice job of overloading the zone, forcing one defender to cover 2. Bracey with the open 3.
5th triple here in this first half. Down inside, Collins feeling that contact, short with that jump hook. They're going to say last touched here by UCF. Grazes the iron and then falls out of bounds.
Yeah, did they call the tap from Gracia Farrar? Knocking it off Chandler Roberts, maybe?
So we saw the ricochet on that,
that
play for UCF down on the offensive end, and this time the ricochet here for FIU. looking to trigger it in. That's Farrar. And a 5-second call going to be levied here against the Panthers. As Garcia Farrar was waiting for things to develop. And now an 11-second differential shot in game clock. Jacoria Bracey scored last time down for the Knights. A triple here by Harmon. And another one in the holster from Leah Harmon, her third of this opening half. Five-point UCF advantage, 8 seconds on the game clock. Open look, fired, Marina, no. Rebound, Chandler Roberts, and a foul against Fantasia James.
Only a 4th foul for FIU, so no free throws for UCF.
And so now the length of the floor, just under 3 seconds.
Awareness on Bankhead. She did it once. She'll do it again.
Here's Harmon, lets it go from midcourt. It'll fall short, but UCF from the hands of Leah Harmon. Able to get the triple, and UCF collectively have watched as the freshman here has come off the bench. Samari Bankhead, double figures, one of 2 nights. That'll do it here for the first 20 minutes of basketball on this annual school day game. As halftime.
This is that fit, right? You can have 3 or 4 talented players, but if those 3 or 4 talented players all do sort of the same thing, well, it's not as beneficial, right? You need a point guard in the backcourt. They have that with Leah Harmon. They're finding out who their shooter is in Samari Bankhead. They haven't go to inside, right? You're trying to put together a team that fits and meshes well together. The Knights are slowly but surely starting to do that.
Set piece out of the break, and Kyla Nagodu gets her first score of the game for UCF. Coach Messer had mentioned prior to this is half-court sets. We got to try to get it inside, and now Nagodu on the defensive end. Knights are going to try to take advantage. All right, BJ, conversely here for Jessica Burks-Wiley's troops here in this second half. What's essential for them?
Well, they started to do a good job of forcing turnovers there in the middle of the second quarter. That allowed them to get out and run in transition the other way. The thing for FIU is, can they find half-court production, and which players are going to come along to help Paris Banks and Rima Collins score, as they had 21 of the 27 FIU points there in the first half.
Yeah, part of that bench mob here for Coach Burks-Wiley. They were huge. The bench was for the Panthers in their last game, the victory over BCU, in which they would account for 44 points for FIU. And Collins picking up where she left off, has drawn the foul against Kyala Nagodu, who took a elbow right to the midsection, did Nagodu. It's like she brushed that off, she's okay. In the meantime now, Rima Collins, money in the bank.
You don't expect nothing less from Kyala Nagodu. You know, she embodies toughness, as we have a little bit of a miscommunication right here. Taking the ball out.
Collins a perfect 5 for 5 from the free throw line. Is this her second game here in a FIU uniform? It was the first 2 years at Ole Miss as back-to-back state championships at the Webb School during her prep days in Tennessee. Here's an open look, the 3 by Bracey. Offensive board, Nagodu, she goes up strong with it. That power dribble, using that frame and getting the score.
A model of toughness, a model of consistency, a model of slow and steady. Kyala Nagodu.
There's 2 quick scores for Nagodu, and now she gets the rebound after the Marina runner misfire. As a busy 7 days here for UCF. After 8 days off, they've got 3 games in the next 7 days, including this one. Nagodu steps into a deuce, and she hits. As Nagodu, 6 points here out of the quarter. Timeout on the floor here for FIU, and Jessica Burks-Wiley is coming alive. One of those captains for the Knights. as front court prowess offensively here for Nagodu. Scoreless in the first half, Kayala Nagodu has scored all 6 of UCF's points here to begin this third stanza and forcing head coach Jessica Burks-Wiley to call the timeout as the Knights starting to balloon this lead, BJ.
Yeah, the Knights have come out in this second half and found the shots that they want, right? We know that Kayala Nagodu can be a scorer, and she's showing that here in the second half. She's a patient scorer, but when she gets her opportunities, she usually takes advantage.
Collins going to work, can't get it. They're out of the set piece. And Nagodu, who challenged, mind you, she's playing with 3 fouls here for UCF. And now UCF here on the attack, on the offensive end. Bankhead, who had those 11 points in the first half. Now the 2-woman game, Harmon gives to Nagodu, 5 on the shot clock. Bankhead crossing up, getting into the paint, the left-handed scoop. Not going to hit any iron, and a solid defensive sequence here for FIU.
Yeah, just the possession that FIU needed to slow some of this UCF momentum.
And so now here's the point guard, Gracia Farrar. Just 2 points in that opening half as the freshman point guard here for FIU. Aji Coley going to take the jumper. Too strong, Nagodu tipping. And last touched out of bounds by Collins.
And that's a good look if you're FIU though, right? You didn't get it to convert, but you got the ball to the middle. You got a good look up on the rim. You take those shots every day of the week.
Panthers here on the game, 27% from the floor, and nearly the thievery by Paris Atkins, who had 2 of those for scores in the first half.
Yeah, I had a coach that had a rule that unless it was just wide open, you know, throwing the ball from one side of the court to the other side of the court just wasn't something that he really allowed us to do. It was kind of like one of those staples of the program.
Here's Atkins, this time with the steal and the score as we had bodies pinballing each other there at midcourt, no whistle. And here's a timeout on the floor, Satia Messer. As FIU trying to chip away. They're now a 7-point advantage. As we'll step aside here from inside Edition Financial Arena. As Tuesday morning basketball turns in the afternoon. Third quarter action, we return. Satia Messer calling the timeout, trying to re-engage her troops, including the point guard, Leah Harmon. For more on her, here's Ainsley Topchick.
Well, from where I'm sitting, Leah Harmon is definitely getting competitive. And let me give you a little background on that. She went to IMG where the goal is simple, get to the next level. And by age 17, she told me that schedule had already shaped her to be a college athlete. An experience she's grateful for and brought her lifelong friends. A couple of those making noise across the college basketball landscape. We got Denia Prawl at Tennessee, Khalees Fisher at UConn, and Taylor Thomas at Northwestern. Scott, how competitive do we think that friend group was at IMG?
Oh my God, without question, her senior year and IMG continually putting out athletes, not just on the football level, but also on the
across all their sports.
That's exactly right. Leah Harmon, one of those 5-star guards, is coming out of IMG Academy. The year prior, 2021-22, she was undefeated at Sidwell Friends. They were 30-0 her junior year before then going to IMG Academy. And then off she went to Miami, and now here with UCF and Satia Messer. And drawing the foul is Harmon. She'll look for her first points here of this second half.
You come from a program that's used to winning, even at the high school levels. A lot of times that carries over with you as a player because you get to college and yes, it's a step up in competition, but you're used to playing on teams that win games. So your expectation is that we play to win games, right? We don't play for individual statistics. We're not playing for our own personal accolades. We're playing to win. And when you watch Leah Harmon play, you see a lot of that in her game. She plays basketball with the sole purpose of winning the game.
15 points now here for the sophomore for UCF as the Knights, the 9-point advantage. Quick cross-up That was Atkins, and Atkins gets Ngodu up in the air the first time, steps through, and a crafty score.
Yeah, both Atkins and Collins do a really nice job of ball faking. They have excellent footwork around the rim, and they do a nice job of getting the ball up off the glass to finish. That's why they've combined for 27 of the 33 FIU points.
Chandler Roberts now back to Harmon as that shot clock under 10. Down inside it comes to Ngodu, and holding on for dear life downstairs. That was Baji Coley as Knights finding the open woman, a good perimeter movement of the basketball.
And that's a bit of the difficulty if your coach works Wiley, right? You just don't have that size inside, right, to deal with Ngodu, to deal with Savannah Scott. Like, you're kind of seeing the difference in that Conference USA roster compared to a Big 12 roster, because Rima Collins is battling down there. She's fighting, but, you know, she's not the size of a high major center, right? She's more the size of some of the high major forwards and wings that you see in this league. So she's battling down there, but they're gonna have to make a concerted effort as a team to make it more difficult on the UCF interior.
Foul goes against Collins. That's her second. It was not against Baji Kali, and there's the block shot by Ngodu. What a second half, this third quarter through 4.5 minutes she has had. And she has scored all 8 of her points. And on the defensive end with the block shot. Here's Harmon flicking it up. And now rebound here off the misfire. It's Farrar up ahead to Baji Coley. She gives it up, and now the outlet pass up ahead, and the easy score, Jacoria Bracey. And the 11-point lead now here for the Knights. Atkins, the jab step, the jumper. Offensive rebound, unable to get it to drop is Baji Coley. You're trying to mount the comeback, got to get those chip shots.
You work so hard to get position for the offensive rebound. Reward yourself. It was a great offensive rebound. I mean, she crashed in from the perimeter, snatched it out of the air, just wasn't able to put it up and in.
So now the refreshment of that shot clock here for FIU. And they'll lose it out of bounds. Just taking her eye off it is Paris Atkins, as that'll be the 11th miscue here on the day for the Panthers. And Summer Yancey now into the basketball game here for UCF. Loses her footing and loses the basketball in a tie-up. And the arrow in favor of the ladies in the Vice jerseys. And so Yancey, who played in foul trouble in that first half, coming off the bench, just losing her footing in the backcourt. Question now is, can the Panthers take advantage? It's a 5-point UCF advantage at the half. And the kick ball. That was Bracey. Kick ball. And Farrar's pass is going to get taken away. That was Samari Bankhead, thank you very much. There's the easy steal for the freshman.
Yeah, I think Summer Yancey may have got away with a double dribble or a carry or some hybrid combination of both.
Needing some help, Ngodu gives to Yancey on the drive, attacking against 2 defenders. The lay-in will not fall. As we're under 4 minutes here in this third quarter, we've hit a bit of a lull.
Great
Crossing
defense.
up is Collins.
Great defense from Bracey right there. She can be one of the Knights' best perimeter defenders with her strength and her length at 5'9".
Collins loses her footing, and a whistle against UCF. If it's Ngodu, that's her 4th. Instead, it'll go against Jacoria Bracey. And getting a breather is Farrar. Knights 2 will go to their bench. Ngodu will take a seat with her 8 points, 4 rebounds. And in comes Savannah Scott, back up post for UCF. Atkins slicing through, can't get it to fall. And now the quick outlet here for UCF. Bracy, athletic move, Bankhead, she's got an open look. Can she hit? She cannot, but a foul on Paris Atkins trying to gain possession on Chandler Roberts.
That might be the first bad miss we've seen from Samari Bankhead. A little too strong on that three-point attempt. I do like the fact that Jacoria Bracy was able to find her in the corner and didn't force up her own look, though.
And that's going to be the third personal foul here against Paris Atkins. Off the inbound, Bankhead is going to get shot, or is going to get fouled on the long 2. And you'll go to the foul line, but say to yourself now here, BJ, Jessica Burks-Wiley, that is, and here you go. She's going to have Atkins come out of the basketball game. She's been one of your main offensive cogs here on the afternoon.
Yeah, it's been Paris Atkins and Rima Collins, really. Danica Lightbourne, a Panther who had 21 points in their opening game against South Florida, struggled for her second consecutive game. She hasn't been able to get on the scoreboard here in this one, and then the Knights have done a nice job of keeping Grecia Farrar under wraps. She only has 2 points and 1 assist, so, that's kind of the 4 that Coach Burks-Wiley is going to rely on, and, only 2 of them have been able to provide some significant production this morning.
Bankhead now with a baker's dozen. As the freshman off the bench, Farrar tries the wraparound. And too low of a pass, unable to handle it is Collins. And now here offensively for the Panthers. Nearly 3 minutes without points.
This game has slowed down, and that's favored UCF. If you're a team that wants to wreak havoc, force turnovers, get out and run, you obviously want the game to be moving at a much faster pace. You don't want a half-court kind of grinded out, rugged battle. So UCF has made it.
Bracy attacking, and the forgiving iron.
If she can get more consistent finishing around the rim, Scott, she'll be a productive player because she has no problem getting where she wants to get.
Lightbourne, who's looking for her first points, can't get it to fall, and now UCF will continue to try to mount this run even further as it's sitting at 8. Bracy, make it 10. And here's your timeout on the floor. Head coach Jessica Burks-Wiley. There's the 10-0 run here for UCF.
See right here, straight line drive, and it stops outside the paint for the nice 5-footer off the glass. So really smart basketball play. If you go in there off 1 foot, you can lead yourself into a charge. Not Jacoria Bracy, she's on balance and is able to get on target with the shot.
And Bracy now one of 3 ladies here for the Knights in double figures. And a reach-in foul here as Farrar was darting into the lane. And this quick correction was not a timeout for FIU. Instead, it was an official stoppage of play. And Farrar got fouled on her way to the 10. Just 2 points in the game thus far. And Farrar splits it. UCF to the bench. Gibson comes in. Mahogany Chandler Roberts will check out here with 2:24 left to play on this school day game from Orlando. So we've had a fun atmosphere behind us, BJ. Holy cannolis. UCF. Yancey, she'll step into a 3. Rebound comes to the smallest woman on the floor. That's Farrar. She's pushing, kicks out, and Njai steps out of bounds on the sideline. Miscue number 14 here today for FIU. We'll be on the road to Jacksonville coming up on Saturday before hosting UMBC in the FIU Thanksgiving Classic come next Friday. Knights give it back.
Yeah. A little too much steam on that one from Bankhead.
Pass down inside and count the bucket. Fantasia James with a nifty pass by the point guard. Farrar able to find her teammate.
Farrar hasn't been able to showcase her passing and her vision as much as she'd like to today, but you saw a taste of it right there. Nice little bounce pass, splitting the defenders to find Fantasia James from the and one. James, an all-freshman team member in Conference USA last season. Coach Burks Wiley was looking for her to take a jump in her sophomore campaign.
Yeah, played in 24 games as a freshman, would average 5.5 points. And the heel of the iron, out it jumps to Eisen, and able to quickly throw to Savannah Scott. And so now the final 90 seconds as they are to their feet inside Edition Financial Arena.
I wouldn't consider this a hostile environment because the kids aren't hostile. It would be more of a very encouraging environment.
Open look, 3-ball, no, that was Eisen. Offensive rebound, Yancey as she pushes it in to Jacoria Bracey as the touch pass. 52-36 UCF.
And after the Knights score, you loudly heard the encouragement.
Triple in the corner, that was Marina. And Knights will clear it. Bounce pass, up ahead, easy score. Yancey to Gibson. And back-to-back dimes for Summer Yancey. There's a 2.5 on the shot clock and the game clock. Farrar into the high post. Collins will draw the contact, unable to get the lane to fall. And Savannah Scott here for UCF. She will pick up the foul here with just over 8.5 seconds remaining in this third quarter. Collins been perfect from the free throw line here today for FIU. And the broadcaster's jinx comes into play. Rebound comes to Savannah Scott. UCF 4 seconds. Here's Gibson, the runner.
And the whistle. Jasmine Gibson was making her way to the rim.
And so a foul here on FIU on the runner. As we're going to go over to the scores desk here before the conclusion of this third quarter, see whether Scott Adams, BJ Taylor, Ainsley Topchick with you here on this Tuesday afternoon as Big 12 basketball right here on ESPN+. UCF, largest lead of the contest. We go to the fourth. 17 points advantage for UCF. And BJ, the Knights, they're exploding in the third quarter. They had the 5-point lead. They would outscore FIU 22-10. They're in that third stanza.
Yeah, absolutely. Able to get Kyler and Godin going. Some other players off the bench, but the number one culprit for their third quarter surge, they limited their turnovers.
And Jacoria Bracey with the open shot trying to close out Rima Collins. It's going to be a foul on the junior. That's going to be 3 shots now here for Bracey, who would have a big third quarter as she would score 8 points there in the third. She's got 13 on the game, one of 3 Knights in double figures as her season high thus far as a Knight. As Bracey, the Drew, Mississippi native. As a former 5-star recruit, she was the #1 recruit in the state of Mississippi coming out of high school.
And you can see why with her frame and the potential that she has as a player, right? So much of being highly ranked out of high school is what potential do they see you having at the next level. And she's still tapping into that potential, but if she can become a more consistent finisher on the offensive end and one of the Knights' best defenders, that will allow her to be an exceptional two-way player in the Big 12.
Triple lifted. Njaye. Miscue here for the Panthers.
You know, you combine Leah Harmon with Jacoria Bracey, again, 2 players that were highly touted out of high school. And Leah Harmon, a little bit ahead of the curve already as a sophomore in the way she thinks the game and her intelligence. Jacoria Bracey is going to be nearly just as important to this Knights group and what she can do for them defensively, I believe.
And this shot by FIU, that was from Atkins. Here's MCR turning fire and getting. There's Mahogany Chandler Roberts, her first score here of the afternoon. Crossing up as Farrar gets cut off, kicks out. Triple by James. And finally, the 3 ball is able to drop for the Panthers, as they were 0 of 8 prior to that.
Fantasia James, not known as an outside shooter, but if she gets her feet set, it looks good when she lets it go.
Chandler Roberts. And going up high on the rung. That was Atkins, and now she's pushing. Really in the open look, Farrar thought about it and then took the step before the orange on the deck.
And you see Paris Atkins letting her teammate know to shoot it as soon as she caught it. You know, when you're down 18, Grecia Farrar got to take that open triple.
Leah Harmon, she's going to wheel it back atop here for UCF. Quickly reset the offense. 10 on the shot clock. MCR, another shot there in the mid-range, and cleaning it up is Kyle Nagodu, who's had a massive second half here today for UCF. And an offensive rebound putback, and with second chance opportunities here for the Knights as a 20-point advantage here for the home team. Collins, her 3. Loose ball on the deck. That comes out to James and into the hands of Bankhead. And so unable to come up with points on the possession are the Panthers. And the reach and foul by Farrar. And that'll be her second. As that was our matchup here, BJ, to begin the basketball game, as the 2 point guards, Harmon and Farrar.
So far in this one, the sophomore Harmon has gotten the better of Farrar. Nevertheless, you still see the potential that Grecia Farrar has as a player. She'll continue to get better as she plays more and more college basketball. Nice rotation over right there from Fantasia James.
Leah Harmon, 15 points on the day, lobs it into Nagodu. Nagodu on the left side, too strong. Harmon saves it from going out of bounds. There is Bracey to punch it up off the window. as keeping things alive. Extended offensive possession. And knocking it out of the hands of Farrar. There was a pair of Knight defenders converging on her.
And one of the reasons taking care of the basketball was so important for UCF is because when they get shots up on the rim, they've had success. They're shooting 48% from the field today, so you're nearly going 1 for 2 every time you get a shot up on the rim.
Two Knights coming over as Chandler Roberts, the initial contact. Sliding over was Kyala Nagodu. And the whistle's going to go against Nagodu, so she'll take a seat with 4 fouls, as will Harmon. As both those ladies in double figures here today. We mentioned the 15 points for Harmon, 10 points for Kyala Nagodu, along with 5 rebounds and 19 minutes of action. Paris Atkins from the line. Substitutions continue for the Knights as Yancey along with Cox come into the game. There you see Savannah Scott, the backup post for UCF. And Cox off the dribble, going to get fouled here by the Panthers. As it is Claudia Marina. So BJ, this FIU team was victorious over the weekend. The quick turnaround here on this Tuesday. UCF, those fresh legs, 8-day lapse since they last played. That tough loss against Charlotte, the 2-point defeat to the 49ers. Jacoria Bracey, her triple lips out. And then wave off anything continuation, as we've got a downed Panther right now on the floor. That's Baji Coley as the offensive foul against UCF, trying to gain possession for that offensive rebound. Now out comes Jessica Burks-Wiley. Looked like a wrist injury, BJ, for Baji Coley. There's the Knights here with a 20-point advantage. We're going to be playing a lot of basketball here over the course of the next 2 weeks.
Yeah. You look at 3 games in 6 days here for UCF.
As now they're looking at Baji Coley's knee as perhaps bumping knees with one of her teammates. There's an offensive foul here by UCF. As you see, Claudia Marina almost undercutting her teammate. There, as they were looking for the box out on the rebound. And you see that brace already on that right knee of Baji Coley. This FIU team who's been plagued with injuries in the early stages here of this first couple weeks of regular season basketball.
Yeah.
She's been solid coming off the bench in terms of giving good minutes to Jessica Burks-Wiley. And she's going to make her way out into those locker rooms right now as the training staff going to take a peek at her. It's just over the hallway right now, and it's going to be length of the floor now here for the Panthers. As the Panthers have not registered a field goal in nearly 3 minutes. Dicing inside, that's Paris Atkins, and she's going to draw the foul. And she's been oh so good at trying to create her own shot, slashing, but no offensive foul. So sliding over is Kiana Cox for UCF.
Yeah, I don't like the call. I think Atkins, she slides over. We can't see her feet from the shot. But
just emerged from the underside of the rim.
She just came from the other side of the court.
On the shadows.
Great effort from Kiana Cox. No knock there. I just thought Atkins should have got 2.
Yancey over by that Knight bench. Scott, high, low, MCR, left hand, can't get it to drop. Yancey, offensive rebound, she'll attack, go up with it, no. And then offensive rebound, Chandler Roberts, she will get fouled. And the whistle goes against Rima Collins. And that'll be her 4th foul here for FIU. And then Jai will come now into the game for Paris Atkins with her team best 16 points here on the day. Now Mahogany Chandler Roberts, the sophomore for UCF. Is averaging 7.5 points and a team best 6 rebounds coming into today. She's done it there on the glass this afternoon with 7 boards. She'll take a seat. In comes Jasmine Gibson. As MCR's played solid defense and rebounded the basketball well here today for UCF. And 6 minutes left here in the contest. And UCF has been able to break things open in this second half. Marina 3. And Claudia Marina able to get the triple. And that her first score of the afternoon.
Marina, a player they believe in to make outside shots. Attempted 12 3-pointers in their first game against USF.
Cox, a good look. Second effort now. Here's Gracie. And she'll travel with it. That's a good call. Yeah. He's trying that up and under.
I do like, though, that she did not throw it away, okay? Sometimes it's better to just eat it. That way you can set up your defense, you get 5-on-5. Live ball turnovers kill you.
Instead of a potential transition game the next way.
100%. There's nowhere to go with it. Live to fight another day.
And Farrar comes up short. She had freed herself up. And a whistle here against FIU. That's Fantasia James. And that's going to be number 5 on FIU, and we'll have free throws now the length of the way for the Knights, who have this sizable lead. And BJ, good bounce back here for Satia Messer's ladies. I know 8 days, that can really eat at somebody's psyche, especially when you start replaying scenarios in your mind.
You want to get off the schneid, right? You know, you want to lose and then get back in the win column. You know, and with those 8 days in between, you have a long stretch there. Your coach is reminding you that you lost your last game, right? And it starts to kind of eat away at you as a player. Like, well, you need to get back out on the court so we can get on the win column. And when you look at their upcoming schedule, you know, Florida A&M on Friday, South Carolina State coming up on Monday, right? It's the opportunity for the Knights to put together a stretch of good basketball here before they go off to Puerto Rico and play against some better opponents as Marina keeps it going.
Yeah, the hot hand, back-to-back triples for Claudia Marina. This came in a double-figure score through the first 2 games, 10 points. Savannah Scott. As Summer Yancey, man, BJ, I'll tell you what, she has been able to find open women here today. She's been able to draw on the defense, and that her 3rd assist here off the bench for UCF.
You know, Scott, at 5'11", she's able to see over the defense in a lot of situations as Farrar plays through the contact, but you're absolutely right. Summer Yancey at nearly 6 feet. There's not a lot of players she can't see over to make and deliver some of those passes inside.
Highly athletic here for Summer Yancey. Those assist numbers for UCF on the day.
Yeah.
As 16 of their 23 made buckets. Coming off a little bit of help from a teammate. As we'll step aside, UCF here on this Tuesday, sizable lead. Bracy would have just 5 in the first half, BJ. She has come alive here in the second half.
Yeah, a big part of this spurt and this burst we've seen from the Knights has come from the play of Jacoria Bracy. She's done an excellent job of finishing when she's got into the painted area. At moments throughout this season, sometimes she struggles to finish around the rim. Not today. You see 6 of 8 from the field, a highly efficient game. This is the Jacoria Bracy Coach Satia Messer has been hoping to see.
Season high 17 points here for Bracy. Out of the timeout, the Farrar free throw is up and good. Knights have also, here in the second half, BJ, been able to clean up the turnovers that were plentiful in that first half.
Yes. Only 4 turnovers for the Knights here in this second half. And when you're shooting as efficiently from the field as they've been doing, you got to get shots up on the rim. Because every time you turn the ball over, that's another opportunity that you didn't get a shot up on the cup.
A go-to, long 2, no. MCR, put back not the first time, second time can't get it, third time, no. But a foul here against Fantasia James. It's keeping things alive, Mahogany Chandler Roberts. Is she a little bit beside herself right now, BJ? As she knows she's got to be able to finish those easy putbacks. Kind of agitated by herself as she gets ready now to toe the line.
Sometimes she gets a bit of a low angle on the backboard there, Scott. You know, you want to get that ball up off those top corners, right from the mid to the top corners, and then let that ball fall down through the net. If you take too low of an angle in that bottom half, you can scutter the ball off at the other side of the rim. It can get kind of wedged in the middle.
So under 4 minutes here left to play in the game. Coming up on Wednesday right here from the City Beautiful, the UCF volleyball team welcoming in the 9th-ranked Arizona State Sun Devils. There's a match you can catch right here on ESPN Plus as a busy week around the kingdom for UCF athletics as both soccer programs in the NCAA tournament. UCF football team will be action back at home. It'll be senior day from the bounce house. Triple fired and made, that from the hands of Crystal Eisen. And the Knights here with 7 3-point makes. Just the first, however, here of this second half. On the drive, getting past her defender, that's Paris Atkins. She now with 18 points.
Really nice move from Atkins. She's definitely going to be on pace for another all-conference season in their league. But we've seen the pieces that FIU has, right? You know, we've seen what they have in Paris Atkins. Rima Collins as a junior has been good today. It's really about finding out, you know, can they get a couple other pieces? Can Grecia Farrar be a little more consistent? Can they get Danica Lightbourne to play like she did in their opening night game, right? If they do those things, they have a chance to finish in the top half of Conference USA this season.
Timeout on the floor, Jessica Burks-Wiley. Talk about those two ladies being Collins and Atkins. Both of them coming off the bench. It's been the starters that have not been able to give them the sort of pop here in this basketball game. As you mentioned, Danica Lightbourne, scoreless here on the day.
Right, so finding that continuity, Scott, is a part of what's going to be so important.
It's the Knight football team, as I mentioned, with Coach Scott Frost. Final home game of the season. UCF here with 2 games remaining can still mathematically become bowl eligible. Oklahoma State just 1-9 on the season. UCF comes off the loss against one of the top teams in the country, that being Texas Tech, and then the Knights will wrap things up on Saturday of next week after Thanksgiving out on the road in Provo, Utah against top 15 BYU.
Will you be in attendance?
I will have a parka on as I am in attendance because I have a feeling temperatures are going to be a little chillier than here in Orlando.
Yeah. BYU's one of those trips you hope
A
it's
long flight.
Well, you kind of hope it's a September game sometimes. Get it early in the season before it gets too cold.
Adriana Benson recently checking in. She'll dial it downstairs as Logan Reed able to get in on the action as the Knights begin to empty their bench here with under 2 minutes remaining in the contest. Knights will make it back-to-back wins over FIU and bounce back after the loss against Charlotte. Marina, triple on its way, her third now here of this second half. It's Claudia Marina, all of her points coming from distance.
And she's a talented shooter.
Bodies on the deck. And the loose ball, the foul going to be called here against UCF's Kiana Cox. And it'll be FIU basketball. This one of 3 games on the docket today in the Big 12. As Kansas State, they'll be hosting Troy. And the Colorado Buffaloes will welcome in Boise State and the Broncos as top those conference standings. Iowa State, Oklahoma State, Texas Tech, all undefeated at 5-0. And BJ, how about the performance last week of Iowa State big Audie Crooks? 40 points in 20 minutes of action.
Incredible. I mean, just absolutely sensational. I mean, if you want to be fully entertained, watch Audie Crooks play basketball for the Iowa State Cyclones. Only in her junior season, she is absolutely incredible with the way she can score and finish around the rim.
Adriana Benson there with a bucket for UCF. In fact, it would be 43 points for Audie Crooks as she became the first player since 1999 and 2000 to score at least 40 points while playing 20 minutes or less. And for her efforts was named not only the Big 12 Players of the Week, but also nationally. Audie Crooks for Iowa State is one of the top players here in the Big 12.
Now that's an honor. National Player of the Week. You know, Conference Player of the Week, you have a few good games. You can land one of those. But National Player of the Week, now you're really doing something.
Yeah, think about it. Doing something for the first time in over 25 years. College basketball.
Saying she earned it, right?
Yeah, and then some. Let's fire off the free throw. That was Collins. UCF on the offensive end. Hanging and getting. That is Kiana Cox here for UCF. As just over 35 seconds remaining in the contest. UCF will improve to 2-1 on the season. FIU, they will drop to 1-2. And the flamethrower that is Claudia Marina. Looks like it's just coming up a little bit too short in terms of what this differential was, but 4 threes in the second half.
You hope this sparks her shooting the rest of the way.
Kick out, here's Cox. Jab step, one dribble, pull up, Cox. Too strong. And now the final 5 seconds of basketball here from inside Edition Financial Arena, where UCF, a big second half, they surge on and get the W here over FIU and the Panthers. As a collection of ladies here today, BJ, for the Knights. Offensively for UCF, 4 Knights in double figures.
Yeah, very balanced performance for UCF offensively. Leah Harmon kicked it off. Samari Bankhead had a